story time about why it's so important to follow your intuition. After dinner, I was like, Evan, we should go to Marshall's. And he said, okay, let's go. We go to the shopping center in Beverly. When I pulled in the parking garage, I did notice this lady talking to a Target worker, but I didn't pay much attention to it. So then it was 9:30, everything started to close, and I was backing out of the parking spot when I noticed the lady that I had seen earlier talking to the Target worker. She had a Target basket filled with stuff. She was running back and forth to the road, like leaving her Target basket all by itself. I immediately knew something was wrong. I said, Evan, I'm gonna go help her. And he was like, okay, do you need me? And I was like, just stay here and watch us. I went up to her and I was like, hi, I feel like I need to help you with something. How can I help? She had a very thick accent and she was just like, I'm trying to get a Lyft driver to come get me. I don't have a car. They can't hear me in this parking garage and I can't take the basket with me because it locks up. They have locks on the carts so they don't get stolen. She was this older lady, all dressed up. She looked very nice. I was like, okay, can I watch your stuff while you go to the road? Do you need to use my phone? As soon as I started to tell her like, well, I'm not taking you home, but I can help you in other ways, Evan jumps out of the car. I told him, she lives a couple blocks away. She doesn't have a ride. She has all this stuff. She can't walk. She just had surgery. And immediately Evan spoke in some language to her. She started crying. And I was like, what did you ask her? And he said, I asked her if she spoke Russian. And she said, yes. And then she like composed herself and said, I used to live in America with my son who died. And I'm all alone in America. It's very hard for people to understand me. What she didn't know is that when I met Evan, I continuously said like, you're supposed to learn Russian. And last year he started to learn Russian and he was able to connect with this older lady who felt so alone, so lost, helpless. She was ready to just leave the cart of stuff and leave on this dark road where there's these guys just hanging out. Evan was like, we're gonna take you home. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yes, we're gonna take her home. It'll be okay. He got all her stuff loaded in our car and she's just crying. And she's like, you guys are angels. I cannot thank you enough. It was just so precious to know. She immediately in that moment felt known and felt very close to Evan because she remembered her son. We weren't there at that specific time. If Evan hadn't been pouring into learning Russian, I just don't know if that moment would have happened. I'm just truly grateful that we were able to be used for this one person that we probably will never see again. If you want to learn something or go somewhere, you don't always need a reason. Sometimes it's just simply, I just feel like it's what I'm supposed to do. He tried to pay us and I was like, don't pay us. The way you can pay us is just to pay it forward. I don't think that was a coincidence that we ended up with this lady in our car. I think we were supposed to be at that specific time in that specific place that night. Follow your intuition. Also, it's a great excuse to go shopping more. You never know what a shopping trip for things you don't need could turn into. Be a blessing to others, always. Don't expect anything in return from them. We are not in this world alone. We are all here for each other, so let's pay it forward and be considerate of other people and where they are in life. I'll see you next time for Storytime.